Hello everybody, it's Christy, and I thought today was one of those days where I came home and I feel like I just want to spend a little time in my craft room. And yesterday I did a couple, I did some altered these layaway tags, and I thought that I would just share with you guys how I did that. And then once they were inked and everything, this one I want to adhere to this canvas tag, but very cute, and I will add something here as well. And then this is the bottom part of the ticket, or the tag, and I added laces, a stamped image, and then yeah, I think they were so cute. And then this one is the middle piece of the tag, because they are in 3 parts. And so this one I added some lace to the top, added a couple different laces, this applique, this little rosette, and another piece of a crochet doily or tablecloth or something. But they're really, really cute, and I thought they would be so much fun for to put in journals as embellishments. And these layaway tags, or layaway tickets, they're tags, I bought a box of them at, gosh, where was it? Oh, we were up in the Seattle area and went to an antique mall, and I found a whole box of these. And so I'm not sure how old they are, but they're really cool and I love them. So I also thought, while I'm coloring up this, I might do a couple of guest checks as well, but we'll see. And I have been totally inspired with getting my inks out by Andrea, who is Artie Mays, and she has been doing a series on, she did an envelope video, and it was really cool to watch her. And I don't know if it's called Back to Basics. I'm pretty sure that that was video number 1, but I'll link to it below. But it was really cool because I love watching her. She's amazing with mixed media, and I love the way that she incorporates that into her journals. And so I've been watching, and Lord knows I have I have distress stains and inks, and I just don't use them other than to ink edges. So I thought this would be a great way to utilize my stash and actually use the supplies that I have. So with all of that being said, let's get started. And like I mentioned, these are perforated in 2 spots, so you end up with the top, the middle, and the bottom. And you totally can leave it together, or you can separate it out. And I've done that. I've used these as embellishments before. I've just taken the bottom off because it's a perfect size. But again, you could take these, you could cut them off, and really use them however you like. I do think that this would be great on a page, for example. I do think it would be cool, you know, in a journal, kind of stitched on, like, you know, stitched on part way, and then this would become, you know, a tuck spot. I think that would be really cool. And then when you closed it, you'd have, you know, the tag end sticking out. I think that would be really cool as well. But I just thought, I love the, I don't know, I like the versatility that you get with this specific tag. And so I, to color them up, I went ahead and I've, you know, left them whole. I did tear this one apart just so you could see what it looks like. But we're gonna go ahead and start by inking. I have grabbed 3 colors of distress stain. I've got peacock feathers, picked raspberry, and then gathered twigs. And gathered twigs gave me kind of this coffee stain look without having to break up my coffee. So I hope you can see that, but I really like how that turned out. So all I did was, I think I started with the picked raspberry, and I put some down on my glass mat. I have this covered with brown paper just because it tends to I get a glare on that, so I tried covering it up. Okay, and then I just go ahead and put it in. And okay, and then I'm going to dry it between each color, and then we'll just pick up more on this one. I don't know about you guys, but if you work with the public like I do, some days I come home and I'm so drained. And today was one of those days where I'm not sure, it's not a full moon yet, but boy, whew, we had some humdingers today in our office. So by the time 5 hit, I thought, oh man, I gotta go home. Gotta get home. It's too much peopling today. So anyway. Okay, I have gotten, that's kind of splotchy, but that's okay. I'm going to grab a paper towel so I can just wipe the little bit up there. I should have had that ready. Okay. Okay. Then I'm going to dry those and come back and we'll move on to our next color. All right, we've got the pink layer dried. So now let's do the peacock feathers. And I'm gonna put just maybe a little bit more down this time. And some water. You wouldn't have to water these down unless you wanted to, but I just happen to like it watered down, so that's what I do. And we're just gonna go repeat the same process. Something very therapeutic about doing this. I like it a lot. So okay. I'm gonna pick up more ink. Okay, that's done. And then this one. Okay, pretty good. So I'll just wipe that up. You could get scraps and sop it up if you wanted to do like some seam binding or different things like that, or some different papers, but I just wipe it up with my paper towel. So, okay, I'm gonna dry these and then we'll do our next step. right, you're gonna have a part there that was no voice. I just sped it up. My son is staying with us until next week when he gets married, and so he was visiting with me about his day, and so I just kept working while we chatted and figured I'll just speed that portion up. So I've got all my color on, and you'll see that I did use the gather twigs to kind of give it that coffee stain look. And now what I want to do is get some gesso. Now, this gesso I bought, oh boy, I'll put a link to it below, but I bought it on Jerry's Art Aroma, and it is the Daler Rowney Graduate Gesso Primer in white. And this is one that Andrea had suggested in her video because it's not gritty. And she's, oh, crud. I think we have spillage. Oh, that's okay, we'll clean it up. All right, but she had suggested it, and it's great. It isn't gritty, so it has a really awesome texture. It's super smooth, and you don't get that gritty texture. The other one I think that she used was one that she gets in the UK, and so of course don't have access to that one. This one I found, like I said, on Jerry's Art Aroma, and so Andrea showed, like, she just takes her like a used gift card or a credit card, and then just puts it on, and it just tones down the color, and it looks really cool. So yeah, I love it. I think it looks really cool, and then it'll accentuate those darker pieces, those little darker spots with ink as well. But doesn't that look good? I love it. So I just put some down here, and then just spread it on. I think it looks really, really awesome. And you wouldn't have to put it on at all if you didn't want to, but I really like the way that it looks. And I was afraid I wouldn't get it to look like Andrea's looks so cool to me, but it actually, I was pleased with how it came out. So got that. So yeah, so I'll just keep doing that, and it's gonna yeah, it just tones it down. And I'm not worried about getting stuff on the back necessarily, because I can always just cover them with something else, pattern paper, coffee dye paper, something. One, and then my last little piece is this one. All right, so I've got those. Now I'm going to dry them, and then what I'm going to do is I have a background stamp. And I will go ahead and use my background stamp to stamp on the background. So, but love it. So those are all of our parts so far. Okay, I'm gonna tidy this up and get a new piece of paper here, and then I'll be back. Okay, so what we have is a stack of little bases that we can now make some little embellishments with. So what I'm going to use, I have a tin, well I have several, but I have this tin that is usually full of bits and pieces and scraps of different pieces of lace, kind of the odd ends. I have my lace wrapped in around some cardboard, some cards, some cardboard rectangles. And so what I've got is I have emptied that tin out onto this tray, and so I've got that to work with. And I also grabbed my other 2 tins. This one has some fabric pieces, some stamped sentiments, things like that. So I've got that one, and then I also have this candy tin that I love. It has fabric-y bits and textiles in it, and I think a little bit of like sari or something like that, sari silk. So that's what we're going to use for these little embellishments. So we'll go through 1 or 2 of them together, and just a reminder, this is what I did with my last ones. And you can see, like, I got a little more of the turquoise on this one than I had on this, and that's okay. That's just, I love how that looks. So we're just gonna start decorating these. So let us go ahead and start with that. And I do love the idea of it being sideways like that. So let's see what we have. I've got okay, let's see. I had stitched this together for something and I ended up not using it. So let us cut it apart. Okay. I really like this lace. I think it's pretty. Oh, but I stitched it down. Ooh, I see. Okay. Well, we'll scrap that for now. Never mind. Let's see what we got. All right, I kind of want something going up and down. Oh yeah, if we do that. Whoop. Come back. There we go. Okay. Kind of like that. I have all kinds of bits of fiber sticking around. Okay. And let's see, what else do we have? Oh, there's a little snippet of lace. I usually just save all of my bits of lace. All right, I forgot to push my start button again. I've got my Fabri-Tac here, and I'm just going to put down a little bit of Fabri-Tac to hold that down. And then I'll add my other piece. And then we're going to make this one, and then I'm probably, it's getting close to my bedtime, so I'm probably going to shut my camera off, but I'll be back probably tomorrow after work and dinner and all that stuff. I'll probably come back and finish this up then. My evenings aren't as free as they used to be. My husband requires much more attention at night, so we are gonna do what we can. Still keep creating and doing fun stuff. So Now I wanted to keep these very simple. And so with this, I want to use, oh, here it is. I bought this on Etsy, I believe. And let's see, it's fabric, but it's all of these, okay, it is all of these cotton crochet flowers. Isn't that cool? So I thought what would be fun, you get two different sizes. So let us cut both of them and see what we get. I'm gonna need to sit and just cut this. I have, I think, 2 yards of it, but I thought it was really pretty, and yeah, super pretty. So obviously this is not in my scrap bin, but that is okay. All right, so you get this larger size, and I always like to trim off the, I also like to just trim off the little stragglers. And again, personal preference. You don't have to if you don't wish to. But I think these will look cute with a button stitched in the middle. That'd be cute. So this is the bigger one. And then this is the smaller one. What I was hoping these would be the size of are some that were in Doreen's Ooh La La Vintage Treasures kit last month that I did, the My Day Bouquet kit, which had these really cute tiny crocheted flowers that were like these, like a 4-petal flower, but they were a little bit smaller than this. But really, how cute is that? Super cute. So do big, which I think might be a little bit too big, I don't know. Or we can do this small one with a button stitched in the middle. Kind of like the small one. I like that. Yeah, it wants to curl. I have a little iron that I could use, but I don't have it. Okay, let me get my needle and my buttons. Using my little needle book that I made from Rachel's tutorial and her little kit. So cute. I love it. Absolutely love it. So let's stitch a button on to that piece of lace. All right. It's hard to believe that next weekend we're getting close to the end of summer, then Labor Day, and then kids are back to school already. Oh my goodness. I don't even have kids in school anymore, and it seems like the years just go by so fast. So fast. That was easy. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna hold that there to the center. Oh, that's perfect in the middle. Oh, we'll get this glued down and you guys can see it a little bit better. I'm sure it's not very easy to see, but I did buy on eBay a lot of 110 DMC flosses wound onto cards in a little container, and I've been wanting to find some, and go figure, now that I want one, I can't find one. I mean, I always found them at Goodwill. You'd see them everywhere, and of course I would like to get one and can't find them to save my life. So I did find one on eBay, and because I want some color flosses, so I could do like some different, I think colored floss or colored thread would be so cute on the inside of these. And of course, I got rid of all my cross-stitching thread a few years ago. Of course, didn't think I was gonna ever need it again, but isn't that how it goes? So that's how that goes. Okay, we'll take this off there. All right, needle back in my little needle case. I love this thing. I'll put a link to Rachel's Etsy shop where you can look at the tutorial on it, and see if you want to buy the tutorial and the kit. It's so much fun. I want to make a couple more of those with some of my vintage fabrics, but oh my gosh, so cute. Okay, so we got that, and we're going to glue that right there. That's really, really sweet. Okay, and the only other thing that I think when I go to actually adhere it down into like a journal or onto a page, or maybe I'll do it on one of those canvas tags. I don't know. We'll figure that out another day. But I think what would be really cool is like a garment, one of the bulb pins through here, or a safety pin with some lace or trim. But how cute is that? Isn't that sweet? I love it. Super fun embellishment, and it's just using scraps with the exception of that flower. And I don't know about you guys, but I have way too many scraps. So for tonight, I'm gonna go ahead and close this video, and then there will be a part 2. I'll come back and we'll continue working on the other parts that we started, okay? But thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for part 2, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.